Hey guys, thank you for joining me for another diorama review. Today we'll be reviewing my 1/12 scale fire escape. My dioramas being 1/12 scale fit all the 6-inch figures, such as like Marvel Legends. A great example is Moon Knight at the very top of the fire escape that I have here. As you can see, with him standing there, he still looks great. It's not too high, not too low. Now this diorama was the first major diorama that I did after I tried doing my failed half bell tower, which I spoke more about in the previous video that I released. This is still kind of a concept piece. It isn't a full fire escape, of course, but I kind of wanted to play around with some ideas and see if it was something I could pull off. I actually started out with this concept with this little kind of, if you want to say, bridge type thing. And it's all done out of popsicle sticks. So I cut them to size, I glued them in. This took a while to do, very tedious. But once doing this, I realized that yes, I could move on to making something like this. So let me go ahead and remove Moon Knight and we'll get a closer look at the actual fire escape itself. So once removing Moon Knight, I took the liberty of moving the diorama a little bit closer to the camera here so you guys can see some of the detail in this diorama that I've created. The actual diorama itself stands from the floor or the tabletop to the actual railing about 8.5 inches. The side to side here, not including the ladder, is 12 inches, and it's about 12.5 inches with the actual ladder on the side. I don't know if you guys can see it here. Let's just move this around. Sorry for the adjustments. So that's the ladder that I am talking about. The actual width of the diorama is 4 inches. This was built out of popsicle sticks and balsa wood. So the legs are actually pieces of balsa wood. The railing itself are small pieces of balsa wood, and the upper part of the railing is actually really thin, long popsicle sticks that I cut down and glued on. I used a mixture of hot glue, not hot glue, wood glue, and crazy glue to do this. It has held up over the last year and a bit. I've only had to do a couple fixes. I had to recently fix this guy, that's why it's not the straightest, because when it dried with a lean. If I flip it up here, you guys can see some of the detail that I've put in here. So I gave it a nice metallic paint coat on here, and then later on went back and dry brushed some browns in on it to make it look a little dirty, a little worn. I did that as well on, let's move this again, on the sides and on the ladder. And I also did the same with the actual railing. So if we take a look, I don't know if it's going to show up there. You can kind of see it. I did it along the bottom down here and along the railing up here. So it looks like it's kind of like it's been painted black and it's wearing off as people have been handling the actual railing itself. The actual underbelly is painted black, so that way if you're taking photos from below, it wouldn't look like wood. But you can see what I did with the popsicle sticks. I just basically glued them in and made the frame that way. I think I might go ahead and do another one of these guys, just because this is kind of a half fire escape by the looks of it. Sorry about that, guys. My kitchen timer was going off. That was the beeping you were hearing in the background. So what I was saying, I kind of think I might redo this one, just because it's like one tier of a fire escape. And it was just a concept that I was trying to play around with and see if it was something I wanted to keep doing, if it was something I want to get into the diorama building or not. I do really like how it came out. Took a lot of time to do. It's very tedious to cut out all those pieces of wood, then glue them in and try to design this all at the same time. But I would really like to retry this, maybe using just full out balsa wood. I went with the popsicle sticks because they were cheaper, because you could buy a pack of like, I think 100 for like $1.50 at the dollar store, whereas the balsa wood of course costs a lot more, but it's a little bit easier to work with. Anyway, guys, that is my quick review of my fire escape diorama. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit like, leave a comment, and please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. And with that, always remember, keep on being nerdy. And oh yes, I almost forgot. There will be some photos at the very end of the video here of me putting this guy together. So I hope you enjoy that. Have a good one, guys.